Hello and welcome to my review of the Warhammer 40,000 Command Edition Battlefield expansion set. I've tried to get this review out as quickly as possible. I'm well aware that the videos have been a little bit sporadic. One of these sets will set you back £55. It includes a selection of push to fit scenery, 12 scenery pieces in fact, and a 22.4 inch by 30 inch foldable double-sided gaming board. One side depicts an industrial zone while the other is a wasteland, which is quite nice, and it's a pretty nice board. We'll have a look at that first of all. I was impressed by this box set, more than I thought I would be. It comes in this thick box. It was a bit chunky, a bit heavy. There's the gaming board. As you see, reversible and foldable, and you get a selection of scenery pieces. You don't have to glue them like that, but the kind of buildings, yeah, you sort of have to. I've left all my pieces detached so that I can mix and match them with, with other pipelines and things. So we'll have a look at the gaming board first of all. Now this board that I'm going to show you is exactly the same board as that you get in the Battlezone Manufactorum Battlefield, which includes two boards, and they each measure this 22.4 inches by 30 inches or 56.8 centimeters by 76 centimeters. They're both 1.5 millimeters thick. They're perfect for combat patrol or incursion games for up to 1,000 points, but when you combine two of the boards together, you can have a strike force for games of up to 2,000, and then 3 is ideal for onslaught games of up to 3,000 points. So this is the board. It folds away very nicely. I haven't really used it, but already there's a little bit of furring up of the corner there, but I think it just came like that rather than my use. So it folds up into this nice neat package, and you can see 2, 4, 6, 8 of the little 1.5 mil thick sided. It would have been nice if you get some kind of box or covering or slipcase or something to put this in, and you just go around to mates, and then you've got a board straight away. Look, but yeah, it folds out very nicely. So yeah, there you go. You've got the I kind of want to say Mars, but it could be any planet really. But you've got this Adeptus Mechanicus type of Mars gaming board. Really, really nice quality, better than I thought it would be. And the folds don't really take too much from the game. And actually it looks better on the other side with the folds. You can barely see them. So that's one of the sides of the boards. If you play Adeptus Mechanicus and you've got them all painted on the Martian bases, then yeah, this is going to go really, really well if you play any force with those Martian bases. And then the other side, of course, is this sort of industrial sector, and I think this is a nicer side because it fits better with the ruins and things that you get in this set. So as I said before, you can go for £30 and get 2 of these gaming boards. I think one is different than the other. Or you can spend an extra £25 and only get 1 reversible board, but with a load of scenery. And the scenery is all new, it's never been released before, and I actually think that, and Games Workshop in their big Sunday preview yesterday showcased a larger kit that includes a board and this scenery and some new scenery as well. So you might want to hold off getting this kit if you want to get more scenery, if you haven't got any scenery at all. But anyway, this is the other side. It's got some skulls, it's got some fuel drums, it's very sort of grim dark, 40k-esque and things. So they're the 2 boards. That's what you're paying, £15 out of your £55 for, and then this is what you're paying your £40 for. This China-made, this whole box set is China-made scenery. Right here, you get 2, half broken buildings. You get a lot of pipes or pipelines, which I haven't glued together. And you get this big kind of converter or silo or whatever you want to call it. So as you can see, the buildings, this building is quite large, I guess, would form a fair amount of cover, but you could have you know, one building there, or even both of the buildings, and then you could have a you know, pipeline there. Oh, yep, and then one running out to just runs off of that, and then I guess you could maybe have another one running out like so. I'm not sure, something like that. So you could arrange some kind of board with some of the scenery, or you could mix and match and put that there and have that cover. It really depends on what other scenery you've got, but if you were able to get the Indomitus box set, and there's still a chance to win that box set on my channel for free, if you just type in Indomitus giveaway on my channel, then it should pop up. To win that, you just need to be a subscriber and like the video and leave a comment of which is your favourite model in the set. But yeah, it works really, really well with that set because it gives you a board so you can start playing. It gives you a load of scenery, and obviously in that set you do get two fairly decent sized armies. All you're going to need now is, you know, some range rulers or tape measures and some dice, and then you can crack on. You know, without buying all the paints and things and all the rest of it. So size comparisons then with this scenery. I'm going to keep this top-down view, so you know, size comparisons might be, I say, a bit tricky. But here's a piece of scenery I made earlier, I painted earlier. Wow, I mean, a painted piece of scenery. Who'd have known? But this is one of the larger pieces of scenery that you can get separately. I can't even remember its name, but it's got two floors there as opposed to the one floor that these have. And yeah, although this is separate, I think it came in a box game or something. I'm not sure whether I bought it separately, but it still works well with this scenery. But there you go, that just gives you an idea of the size of that scenery. You know, quite a large building. But yeah, and it also gives you an idea of how big the board is. You know, if you had a couple of these tall building things, then that would take up a lot of the gaming board. Also, if you had some kind of bunker like this, yeah, I know, another painted piece of scenery, that would take a little chunk of the board. And then if you had a trench system too. So there you go. So already you can see that the board is getting a bit jam-packed with scenery here, but it's possible to make, you know, to make it work, I guess. If you move that back a bit, move them sort of like that, so maybe, I don't know. You get the gist of it. That is, I think, is too much scenery to have on a board. I'd probably take these off, and maybe that's more acceptable, or even have this building like right there. But you get the idea of how big or how small this board actually is in terms of the scenery and the scenery that's provided. But it goes well with any of this scenery. You know, any of the older scenery, it works well. You're probably going to have a bit of difficulty matching up, you know, this scenery with the other side of the board, unless you've got a load of Martian scenery. I kind of want to paint these buildings in a similar kind of paint scheme as that's advertised on the box set, on the box art. You know, this kind of grey sort of bone colour buildings and things and pillars. I kind of want to do that. Oh, there's a piece of scenery that I'm missing actually. Apologies for that. I'm missing these two pieces. So again, if we just move these out of the way. So yeah, you can have, you know, I don't know, maybe this like so, maybe this like so, and you can have them as, you've got some extra walls there. So yeah, that's my look at the new scenery that you get in the set. Let's just do a couple of size comparisons with the newer miniatures in Indomitus. So I've got the brand new Lieutenant here. I've got the Surpassed Lord over there. I've just got Necron Warrior, and then I've got the Canoptech Reanimator as well. So that gives you an idea if you've already got the set and you're thinking about how big these buildings and things stack up. You know, the Warriors are, well, the pipelines are your usual pipelines that you're used to. The silo thing is taller than the Reanimator. It's I think the tallest part of the scenery kits. And the Lieutenant, well, it's just a normal Primaris. You know, he is going to get cover from the buildings, and even though he's Primaris, you know, his size and things works well with the new scenery kits. It doesn't make it look too small. The Reanimator is pretty cool because it kind of is just taller than the first floor, so that's quite spooky. You know, that it could fire, and you know, if you've got some Primaris on the top. He is a bit wobbly, I don't know why, I'll say that in the review. I picked the wrong base, I guess, because I was lucky enough to get 2 bases in the set, but I picked the wrong one there. Maybe he should have had this base actually, a bit more stable, but anyway, nonetheless. So that gives you an idea of just how big or how small these scenery pieces are. The Surpassed Lord, you know, barely fits on that smaller piece of terrain, and he comfortably fits on there. Have some warriors up there, whatever. The board is going to look very kind of swamped if you're choosing to have all of the 2 forces. Personally, I think there's too many models on the board if you're just going to try and have this included board with all the models in the Indomitus. If you like this board and you like the images and things on it, and you're going to get yourself some scenery later on, I'd probably suggest you pick up the you know, the pack of the 2 boards for £30, but you can save a bit of money if you use my affiliate link below and get it from Element Games, and then you're helping the channel out too. But yeah, 2 of the boards with this scenery, or with a bit more scenery, and both of the forces, I think would be big enough to have a battle between them. But as it stands, yeah, I'd only have a few squads on here on this size board, because as I say, it's 30 inches length and, you know, like 22 inches wide. So you know, some of the weapons that are 48 inches and things are easily going to be able to hit. You're just, you know, fighting in a more close quarters area, battlefield. Anyway, I think it's a really decent kit, worth the money. I like the scenery. I was very impressed with the scenery, and I was very impressed with the board and the fact that it's reversible. You know, it is cardboard, but it is nice quality, and the only downside of it being reversible, obviously, is if if the table or your surface isn't clean and things, you're going to be marking it possibly, or scratching it, and yeah, over many years, I guess it's going to wear and tear. But at the end of the day, it's what, 15 quid or so for the battle board. So yeah, mileage may vary, but it's still good for a decent amount of time. And obviously the scenery, yeah, it's plastic, that's not going to go anywhere. And I like what they've done with the detail. I probably didn't show you that much of the detail in this video, but I like the crack down here, and I like the warpage. I like the destroyed beauty. There's all like little bits of detail in terms of the cabling and the pipe work and the ricochet marks and the bullet holes, and the same goes for the piping too. There's loads of dints in the silo and in the destroyed ruins. They've done a really good job, and I can't see that they would have been able to add much more detail if they had manufactured these pieces in the UK. I think this is one of the best detailed kits. There's more detail in this kit, I believe, than the Adeptus Sororitas scenery piece, definitely. And I hope this continues in the newer scenery kits. I'm sure it will. But yeah, it's a thumbs up for me. I was a bit on the fence, and you gave me 100 likes for the news and pre-order video, so I obviously said that I would pick it up if I got those, and here we are. We've now got this scenery kit and a battle board. I hope to do some tutorials on how to play Warhammer 40,000, and if I do, I'll be doing them on this board. So you'll definitely see more of this board in the future. What do you guys think of the Command Edition of the Battlefield expansion set? If you've got one of these, please do put it in the comments below. Thank you ever so much for joining me today. Thank you for watching. The Emperor protects.